Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Charlie, and this is Corp. It's a game all about setting up your own transportation network, and they are now releasing their American Dream DLC. And I figured I might as well show you the game, and maybe it's something that you might be interested in. We've played some games that are similar to this and sort of like setting up your own transportation network and stuff, but never with airplanes. So I'm going to click play here. And what we're going to do is go to free play, and we're going to set up a new game. Now, I've already started one. We're going to start... We have this whole map we can work with here, and we can start pretty much anywhere we want. So let's start with the United Kingdom, right? We're just going to unlock this territory for free, and we're given, at the beginning, we're given 4 airports. We just simply need to connect them. Now, all of these airports have passengers that are already arriving that want to go to certain destinations. And you can get a look and see how many people are wanting to go to each destination and maybe make connections based on that, right? Or I can just say, well, I know London's going to be my central transportation hub here. So what I'm going to do is connect everybody to London, all right, with level 1 planes. So anyone who wants to go, like Manchester wants to go to Cardiff, they have to go to London and then back over, right? Now I can upgrade my London airport so that it can handle more people. You lose the game when you get one of your airports, just one of them, and they're too full for too long. Okay? So, in other words, if they get over their max capacity for too long, you lose the game. So the idea is when passengers arrive and they want to go to a certain location, you have to have the infrastructure in place to move those people. I'm going to take Manchester and connect it directly to Cardiff here, and I think maybe I'll go even... Birmingham can go this way. That's fine. All right, so at the moment, at most, there's one connecting flight, and that's fine. They'll connect. You'll see that some of the planes are different colors. This signifies how full they are. So this plane here is 13 out of 20. That's not bad. It's long. If you get a bright red plane, it just means that that plane is full. And that's not necessarily a bad thing either. It just means that probably there are more people wanting to take that route than your plane can handle. All right. Glasgow is down over here. We're going to take London and connect it there. And I'll also connect it with Manchester as well. Okay, now you saw earlier, Manchester got like real bright orange and reddish, right? That's not a good thing. We also have a red plane here. So let's check Manchester really quick. We can see that 8 people want to go to Birmingham, 6 people want to go to Cardiff. So the fact that we already have 6 people that want to go to Cardiff, even though this plane just left for Cardiff, this plane is full, right? This is where we can add planes to the flight by clicking the line, and I can add an extra plane. Now that's going to allow the people who wanted to go to Cardiff to ride a different plane, right? No big deal. That's fine. We can expand capacity that way. We can also expand capacity if it's a relatively long flight. We could expand capacity by taking the London Glasgow, for example, and upgrading the plane itself so that it can take more passengers. So that's an option we can do as well. And then, of course, Manchester is getting pretty busy, and we don't want it to get over its maximum capacity of passengers. So we are going to upgrade. We can upgrade this airport too once we get enough money to do so. I have to wait. You get money by completing trips. So when people arrive at their final destination, you get paid. I'm going to upgrade Manchester really quick here just to keep that going. And then Glasgow has pretty good, but this plane is full, which isn't a super big deal, I don't think. We have a tornado that touched down in Manchester, and the airport was severely damaged, so the airport's level is decreased. So I just upgraded the stupid thing, and the airport level is now down. So I have to upgrade it again, looks like. Unfortunate. There are a lot of random events. Some of them are positive for you, some of them are not. That one, not so much. So this is how the game expands. And as you get more money, you can then expand into other countries, and you facilitate your worldwide transportation empire, okay? So this is the start of the game, and it's kind of the whole big thing. Let me progress you a little bit further and show you how things have can kind of develop on a more international scale. Okay, so this is another save that I've been working on for a little bit longer, you can see. We have a lot of different connecting flights and a lot of major transportation hubs. Berlin, going from Paris, London, all the way down to Madrid here, Rome, etc. And some places are directly connected. The big transportation hubs are directly connected to each other. And then each of these airports kind of connect to all the places in their own country with some, some travel. I can look at certain places like, Malaga here, for example. There's a red plane coming out of here. that's not super full, so I'm okay with it. But this plane is full. And so I might look at certain things like this and say, you know what, you need another plane and add another one. Or I might start looking at upgrading existing planes just to help this, since all those planes are red. You can start helping that out a little bit. But we'll see. We'll just expand ourselves out. And if we want to unlock another country, so for instance, right now I have about $1,800, right? So if I want to expand another country, let's say I want to go to I don't know, we can go to Ireland. That's how about we go to the United States? How about we want to connect to the United States? That's 1330 right now. But if I do that, we get one airport right here. That's Washington, D.C. Now, I can go from London and connect it to Washington, D.C. But that is a very long trip. And whoops, hang on a second. That's a very long trip. And the longer the trip is, the more it costs to connect, right? So that's a very expensive connection. But we could probably get some pretty good money for that, right? If we can make that connection, we can probably get some pretty good money for that. And obviously, whichever airport is connected to the United States is going to become very busy, because we're going to have big planes coming out, and there's going to be a lot of people in the United States that want to travel. So you can see here that we've got 2 people that want to go to Palermo. We got Milan, Vigo, Amsterdam, etc. So all of them have different destinations. But if we're only going to connect to one airport, it means everyone coming from this country that wants to connect to every single one of these, all of them are coming through London, right? So London has to be prepared to handle that kind of influx, right? So the bigger, London will just keep getting bigger, right? So if I click, trying to click just London, the airport, but you sometimes you click the routes. It's a little hard to click the airports themselves. I think if we go to, it's not this, that's how you pause. I think if you go into cities, you can see all the different cities that I have here, routes and the different planes. You can go through all of them, and you can see how full they are. So these ones are full, and we can just spend the money right here. We don't have to like go through and click individual planes. We can just look at these and say, you know what, these are full. I want to, take this one. Maybe this one's a busy one. We can just upgrade them from the list as well. That's ways to do it too. Yeah. So I want to click London if I can. It just won't let me do it. I'm hoping that they get an easier way to click the cities, because it's sometimes a little tricky to do that. London, right? It can hold up 1,000 people right now. That's pretty good. So I'm gonna let that happen. The whole world is celebrating New Year. The number of passengers increases 20% for a week. So we are definitely going to need to hang on and look at certain airports here and see what kind of capacity problems we're going to be dealing with here. Now, when you do get an airport that is getting full, it will warn you about it as well. And Washington, D.C. is going to start getting more people as soon as we can connect to it. We opened up in Boston. There we go. So we'll need to connect, Washington, D.C. to Boston can be a connection, okay? But we're going to want Washington, D.C. to connect to London here in a second. So I think 2,900 is pretty good, but we have an airport that is filling up. So if I click this banner, it'll zoom me right to it, and we can see that this one here got very close. So we're just going to upgrade that a little bit, and we also need to take a look at maybe some of the planes that are coming out of there and just make sure that they are not at capacity and filling up. Okay, so I think with the 2,900 we have, we're going to go Washington, D.C. We're going to go like this. Again, I have to zoom out just a little bit here. We're going to go like this all the way to London, and we will get, I want a level 3 plane. To be honest, I'd love a level 5 plane. That level 5 would be better, but we're going to go level 3 plane there. And now we have a flight that goes between Washington, D.C. and London. And so we should see pretty much everybody who wants to go to all these different locations, they should be getting on this plane and traveling to London so they can make their connecting flight from London and then go wherever they want from there, right? And then as we get more money, we can then maybe connect Madrid to it so that they don't have to go through London to get there. We can have them connect with Madrid, or connect to Berlin, etc. And as we go. Now, that's how the game progresses. That's how the game works. And if you want to unlock a new country, another new country, maybe I want to unlock Switzerland. I can go in and say 1,400 to Switzerland. Here's Bern. I can say Paris to Bern. We can maybe connect that. Just get this airport here. We have another airport that's about to fill up. Oh boy. Here we go. There we go. And then maybe we want to get, where's the burst Bern right here? Bern, maybe Bern connects to Berlin as well. We have there's a lot of airports here that are filling up because of this 20% bump. Now this little event is going on for another 2 minutes. So it's kind of going to be a little bit hectic here. I can upgrade the airports, obviously, but it also helps to upgrade the planes as well and the routes, because, if they're waiting at the airport for a plane to arrive so they can leave on it, right? That's what's filling them up. So it's not always about raising the airport capacity. A lot of times it's about raising the plane capacity too, and seeing that there are planes full and trying to figure out exactly which ones are worth that. And I'm going to take and put another one, London to DC. Yeah, Washington, DC is almost full, right? So we can upgrade that airport right there. New York is also now in here too, so we'll go ahead and do that. And I would actually like to get New York connected to all of England and stuff as well here. So let's maybe connect this up and then upgrade that. So it gets pretty hectic, and you can play it fast like I am, just try to move the things around, or you can play it slower and just make sure that you're being a bit more methodical. I think mostly that. So like right here, I could upgrade the airport for $800, or I could look and say 72 people are trying to go to Nuremberg and Saarbrücken or whatever it's called, right? There's like over 100 people trying to go to these two destinations. So what I could look at is say, okay, well, this route here is a pretty quick route. This is what most people are trying to get to, right? It's a pretty quick route, but the route only has one plane. So why don't we go ahead and add a couple of extra planes to this, because it's a very busy route. And then Saarbrücken is right here, also very, very close, right? Just add another couple planes here, and that is going to alleviate all the pressure on Stuttgart even then, because most of the people are now able to get out and go to the planes that they need to go to. Although I am noticing, more for Berlin right here. Yeah, well, you are directly connected, I think, to Berlin, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Maybe another plane. Yeah, I think another plane might help you too. So, and if I come over here, that's a full plane. I like seeing these full international flights, right? That's what we want to see. Lots and lots of passengers on these full international flights. Get another plane. There we go. So anyone who wants to come on over to Europe or to the United States, that's how you can do it. Now, if you're in America, you might be thinking, okay, well, that's cool and all, but like the United States is more complicated than just a couple of cities all over the place, right? And maybe this is going to expand. Maybe we'll have lots of different things here, but maybe you'd rather play in the United States instead. That's where the American Dream DLC, hoorah, is involved now. So instead of having America as a single country that just has airports popping up, you now have the lower 48 states and Hawaii and Alaska. There it is. Yeah. Do you have any territories? Doesn't look like it. So it's 50 states. You can now basically make your transportation network domestic to the United States exclusively if you want to, treating each state as a separate country, which in the United States, if you're not from here, that's kind of true. The culture between states is very different. So like people in Michigan are quite different than people from Texas. They're very different than people from California. And if you're from Montana, you can tell someone from North Carolina is out of town, right? Like that happens here. Okay, so they're kind of different countries in itself. So what I could do is maybe I could start in Michigan, for example, unlock the territory, start for $300. I like how your starting territory costs you $300. To where in Europe it's free. Yeah, okay. Capitalism, I guess. I don't know. We're going to say that Detroit connects to Sault Ste. Marie. We'll take Detroit to Lansing, and we'll say Lansing to Grand Rapids. And then we want to connect Grand Rapids directly to Detroit as well. So everybody is basically connected directly to Detroit here. Okay, cool. So I can go in and start my transportation empire from Michigan if I want to. And then as I play, we expand and we can make things even more interesting. So this is the American Dream save that I've started a little bit earlier before starting to record. And I started in Michigan the same way, had the same cities and everything available to me. But now there's a lot of like little cities that have popped up. These are all real places. It's just I don't know if all of them have. I don't know if all of them have like airports that would travel like this. I mean, I don't know. Maybe like for instance, I can connect Benton Harbor to someplace in Wyoming if I want to. Those types of distance flights don't come out of Benton Harbor, right? So you can kind of try to be a little bit more realistic with it if you know the area. And I found myself kind of being, I don't want to say handicapped because that's not the right word, but I found myself being biased, I guess is what I should say, to an area that I'm familiar with and like saying, I wouldn't connect Lansing to Columbus. Why would I do that? That kind of thing. I get a little bit bias here because there's probably a need for it the game is generating, but Like I found myself not doing it just because it's not realistic, that kind of thing. So with like locations in Europe, it was a little easier for me because I really don't know one place over another. But you might have that problem yourself. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so we got Ohio, Indiana, Pennsylvania, and we can go in and maybe say I want to unlock New York, for example. Now, real quick, because this DLC adds something new. That's VIPs. VIPs, and this is, I haven't seen this in Europe, so I'm going to assume that the VIP system is not in Europe. It's just in the United States. But what you're going to get is a VIP, whoever that is. We don't know who it is. Looks like it might be a football player in this case. They are trying to take a route. And so they want to tag up in a variety of different cities, and you have a certain timer available for them to be able to do that. You get a bonus if they can do it, and you just simply don't get paid if they can't reach it. So in this case, there's a team that wants to go, if I click this, I wish I could see their whole route laid out instead of just these icons, but we can see they want to go to Detroit, and then it looks like they're going to go to Ann Arbor from there. And then from there, they would like to go to Traverse City. Well, I don't have a route from Ann Arbor to Traverse City. So my route is from Detroit to Ann Arbor. But then when they're in Ann Arbor, they're going to have to connect back with Detroit to go to Traverse City. And they have 1 minute to do it. Okay? And of course, they have to wait for a plane. So this is still ticking down while we're waiting for the plane to go. But the next available flight from that location, they're going to go ahead and take it. So this is Saginaw to Detroit. I'm going to add another plane. And now they can take that plane down to Detroit. And actually, I just unlocked New York, so I probably should actually go ahead and connect it, shouldn't I? So Detroit all the way over to Albany, please. There we go. I'm also going to connect Philadelphia and Harrisburg as well over there. I'm going to use level 3 planes because it just makes sense to me. We got a lot of traffic through here. Grand Rapids, Muskegon are the two biggest routes here. I probably should go ahead and add an extra couple of planes here. Let's add 2 more planes to that route and 1 more plane to this route. And also we'll upgrade that plane. And now this one here, we can also upgrade this one as well. Because Ann Arbor is actually having quite a bit of throughput now. Okay, so now they have to go back to Detroit to connect. And so this is now the Detroit to Traverse City route. And what I'm going to do is kind of cheat a little bit and just add a plane. Because that's going to... The origin point is where you dragged it from. And I know that I have Detroit as the origin point for all my planes. So if I have somebody waiting in Detroit, I can add a route, I can add a plane to their route, and they will take off right away. That's the end of their route, so I'll get a bonus when they arrive. Here we go. And now we have Grand Rapids. Airport overload penalty, negative 30% from total income. And that can happen. So if I go to Grand Rapids, there we go, it's unlocked. They want to go to like so many people want to go to Muskegon. That's just not realistic. We don't need this many people. Muskegon just does not have this kind of traffic, okay? I'm sorry. Just kidding. I really don't know how much traffic places have because I don't really spend a whole lot of time in airports, to be honest. Let's connect these two up together, and then Kalamazoo is all about Benton Harbor here, so we can maybe add a plane there. And we got plenty of money here, so I've had a pretty stable run with this save, so it's been kind of nice to see. And I can let this go. I mean, I do have airports that are kind of starting to get full every once in a while. But for the most part, they're not too bad. The Olympics are being held in Pennsylvania. The number of passengers looking to fly there is 3 times larger for a week. Okay, so Pennsylvania has basically one hub where everybody's coming from. That's going to be this one. And the number of flights going through there is going to be bigger. So we're going to upgrade the number of planes coming through there like that. And then we also have to be mindful because people in Saginaw, people in Petoskey, they're going to want to go here potentially. And so that means they have to go through these as connections. So Saginaw is overflowing right now and they want to go to Escanaba in the daytime. Come on now. Saginaw, we can connect it directly to Escanaba for now. To get them out of there. But I want to, I think, probably spend just a little bit on these airports because they are getting pretty full. Yeah, they're not that high a level. I haven't done much with them, so let's just upgrade them really quick. A new airport just opened up in New York. It's New York, New York. Yeah, Harrisburg is gonna go to New York. We'll get a plane there. Albany to New York, we'll get a plane there. And New York airport's gonna be massive. So they do have more passengers when they're higher population areas. So I suspect we're going to get a lot of people originating in New York wanting to go places. So I'm just going to make the airport just a little bit bigger. Also, you know, as a destination as well. So, but in general, the airport needs to be larger when the number of people originating from that location, not the destination, because once they arrive, they don't end up in the passenger pool when they arrive. These are people waiting to leave, right? So you just have to keep in mind that if the place you're dealing with has a high population, it probably needs to be a bigger airport. Now, there's another thing you can do in the American DLC, and I haven't done it yet, but I suspect it's probably going to wreck me, and that is to start a PR campaign. A little extra money to try to get a whole bunch of people coming here. Yeah. I probably can't handle it, but let's get another couple of planes here. Yeah. I want people to be able to get wherever they're going right there, man. How about Indianapolis to New York? Should we have that? Having all these different connecting flights isn't super bad, but right now, probably Detroit doesn't go to New York. Detroit goes to Harrisburg and then New York, so if I want Detroit to connect to New York, I'd do that. Oh, did I not get it? I don't think I got it. There we go. And then I want to upgrade that to 2 planes if I can there. We got Cleveland. Oh, no. All right, fine. We'll connect to Cleveland. There we go. Get them in there. Maybe they want to... I don't know. Are we going to get anybody wanting to go to Cedar Point? That's probably all the people going here. Ann Arbor's almost full. We can click that and take a look at it. So a lot of people wanting to go to Battle Creek and Gary, Indiana, of all places. All right, so... Well, Battle Creek is easy. We're already connected. We'll add a couple of planes here, and then maybe I'll get a direct flight to Annapolis. So they can, if they want to go to Gary, they can connect it that way as well. So we'll try that. I mean, I don't need to have... You're not going to have enough money, okay, to connect every single location to every single location. You're not going to have enough money to do that. So the trick here is to find optimal routes, right? You want to have like my philosophy to it, and maybe I'm completely wrong because I haven't had a whole lot of time in the game yet, but my philosophy to it is you want to have several airports, maybe 1 or 2, it depends on the state, probably maybe 3 really big major airports that connect to other major airports. And then within the state, you have like smaller plane routes that go to all the other ancillary places. So essentially you create large transportation hubs that branch out into smaller ones. That way, when everybody's coming to a single airport, it's one that you've upgraded. You can concentrate your upgrades on single locations so they're a bit more economical. 87 people wanting to go to New York here, and I have that route, but I don't have enough planes, so I'm going to go ahead and get another plane. And Kalamazoo is full now, and Traverse City is full now. Everybody's full now. Ann Arbor. Kalamazoo to Ann Arbor has a route. No, it doesn't. Battle Creek. Oh, get that. That's gonna be a good one. Yeah. Upgrade that. Traverse City's turned itself into a bit of a transportation hub as well, as it's a direct connection to Marquette, Upper Peninsula area, and a lot of people want to go to Marquette. So I definitely want to get additional planes there too, because Traverse City is getting overloaded with people who want to go to Marquette. So I'm just going to add some extra planes there, and hopefully that takes care of that. I can also upgrade the existing planes going that way too. There's a contest for the best airline with a huge prize in Cleveland. Participating will cost $1,000. Should we join? Okay, actually, interesting way of just showing you that you can actually spend more money than you have. You'll just take an instant loan and it'll be paid off once your balance goes up. So essentially, you'll just hold a negative balance for a little bit. Yeah, sure. I don't know if we're the best airline, but we can $1,000 for this contest, and maybe we'll win a prize or something. So $836. We'll have a negative balance for a very short time. And then we're a positive territory again, and we'll see whether or not we win. Benton Harbor is full. A lot of people wanting to go to Gary. Can maybe add a plane to that route. Unfortunately, we lost. But that means we still have something to look forward to next year. Yeah, it's a big old waste of money is what it was. But hey, that can happen. So sometimes you don't win. There's different types of like snowstorms and stuff that can happen. We got Pittsburgh here. Let's get Philadelphia to Pittsburgh. I like that. Harrisburg to Pittsburgh. We can't afford that. You can't make a new route until you have the money, but if you're doing an event, you can take debt to get another route like that, or to do the event. A VIP client, a famous businessman is... All right, where's he trying to go? So this guy is trying to go to Indianapolis, then Columbus. And then from Columbus, he's going up to Escanaba. So I'm thinking probably from Columbus. From Columbus, he's going to have to go to Detroit. And then from DTW, he's going to have to go out to Traverse City, and then Traverse City to Escanaba. So there's a lot of connecting flights there. I can probably simplify that a little bit by taking Detroit direct. Oh my gosh. So the interface of dragging different locations, I feel like there's room for improvement here on this, because it sometimes can do that to you. I would like to connect this directly. He can go Sault Ste. Marie. Maybe instead, it's still a connecting flight though. I'd like to remove some of the friction here on this. So why don't we connect directly to Escanaba here? And that will also alleviate the pressure a little bit on Traverse City too. All right, we'll try that. Cleveland's going to get... There's a bit of a population in Cleveland, so we should probably upgrade that one. A bit of a population, you know, just a little. Muskegon's getting a little full. We can upgrade that airport a little bit. And we'll see if our VIP ends up getting where he needs to go here. Lansing is getting really full. 204 people want to go to Petoskey. All right, hold on. That's pretty silly. I mean, there's a route already direct here, so why don't we upgrade the existing plane? And then we have a whole bunch of planes, but we'll add another plane. So get out there, get on their planes. All right, there you go. Jeez. It's a lot of people going to Petoskey of all places. Petoskey's like a dead zone. This is like a cellular dead zone. What are you doing? Why are you going in there? This is my problem. I get biased because I know a lot of these locations, and I'm just kind of like, why is that airport so busy? It's okay. It's not supposed to be realistic. Yeah, so Escanaba's got a little bit of a penalty there, but ultimately not going to be a huge deal. Kalamazoo, kind of the same thing. You get penalized in your income if they ever fill up, but then you lose if they stay full for too long. So it's like they fill up once, like even for a second, you get penalized on your income. It doesn't really affect you all that much, but because especially as you get your routes really full, as you start getting more and more states connected, like if I go to Illinois right now and want to connect another state here, we got Springfield, take Detroit, go to Springfield, take Indianapolis to Springfield as well. There we go. And we can maybe do a small route with like one plane from Gary, just to let Gary people, so they don't have to take like 5 connectors to get there. Yeah, Ann Arbor's gonna be, I don't know why Ann Arbor is so busy. Like, I probably shouldn't have connected Ann Arbor to so many places. I think that's probably what it is. All flights to Springfield have been canceled because of a huge migration of rare bright-winged pigeon. An international nature preservation organization will compensate you $1,259. Okay, so when that happens, this airport is closed. Now, this isn't a big deal because it's way out here and it's not a big deal. But if there was a location, for example, that was connected. Oh, here we go. This is a problem. I probably should connect this, shouldn't I? Here we go. If there was an airport that, like for example, Escanaba, all right, or like even Traverse City, right? If Traverse City closes on a random event, I have a bit of a problem because a lot of these guys might be trying to go to Escanaba. And up until that connection right there, I didn't have another connecting route. So everybody who wants to go to Escanaba or Marquette would have to either connect through Traverse City or connect through Sault Ste. Marie. And actually for Escanaba, it was basically just Traverse City up until a little short time ago. And so basically what that is it could cut one of our connectors off is what I mean. If that has to be the connecting flight for a certain location. So having redundancy in your routes is a pretty good idea. Having multiple ways to get someplace is a decent idea. And we can take maybe Cleveland. Maybe Cleveland can go directly to New York, you know? Maybe that's something that can happen. Who knows? Let's get crazy with it. Buffalo here. Maybe Cleveland wants to go to Buffalo too. Detroit, you can go to Buffalo as well. And then New York is going to also go to Buffalo. But just a small plane for now. Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, that's the game, and it just keeps expanding onwards and onwards and onwards. Maybe this is a cool thing for you. Something else you might want to look at is that the game also has certain types of play modes. So if you're into like a challenge run sort of thing with a certain set of rules, I don't know what Discover All States is. You need to unlock a new state every 6 minutes. Ooh, so that's a challenge run, right? And there's like first, second, third. Looks like there's like a contest for that. There's different scenarios you can unlock. Maybe you want to go through and you say, you know, create your own airline company that flies to the furthest points of the northernmost state in the United States. That's interesting. I'm not entirely sure how that starts. Let's see. So new airport has been opened. It looks like we have to start here. If it's been opened in Sitka. Oh, it's down here. Wow. I was like waiting to... Alaska's huge, by the way. I think a lot of people, maybe if you're not paying attention to geography, you don't quite appreciate just how big Alaska is. Alaska is way bigger than Texas, okay? It is an enormous state. Like, Texas is huge. We usually see the United States. We look at this and say, yeah, Texas is the biggest state. No. Good up here. Alaska is huge, okay? And all the airports are down here, apparently. They're like these little islands, I guess? I don't know. Juneau's the capital, right? So, well, let's use Juneau. Well, I probably shouldn't have done a level 3 plane. That was a really stupid idea. We should not have done that. I feel dumb. Probably want to restart this challenge now. I just level 3 plane right away. Very dumb. Yeah, now I can't connect these guys. Maybe we'll do this. Kind of get these guys to connect for a little bit. Yeah, new airport's already opening up. Oh my goodness. It's quick. Yeah, that level 3 plane is really going to wreck me. Yeah, he wants to go. Well, you're going to go there, but until you... yeah, I would have already failed this. That level 3 plane just destroyed me. I should not have done that. But there's challenge runs is what I'm saying. Let me restart this. Maybe we can do this. Where's all the airports opening up down here, right? Okay, so Juneau. Okay, so let's do level 1 planes, okay? Don't do level 3 right away. Juneau is going to be our central hub here. There we go. And then maybe after a little while we can connect some of these guys up. But Juneau is going to be the hub. Everybody's going through Juneau to get where they're going for now. Yeah, VIP is going to take a couple little routes here. So they're going to go where? They want to go all the way down here first. Can't you just take an optimal route? Huh? Can't you just look at this and say, you know, it'd make way more sense to travel 1, 2, 3. Yeah, jerk. All right, again, Juneau's going to be my central hub here. So as I get more flights completing, I'll start connecting them up. But I think this little one's $73 to connect that. That's pretty... 64 for that one too. Wow. Okay, this one's getting a little expensive. Money to earn. So the challenge is to earn 100 grand. Okay, well, I'm not going to get that with the VIP probably. You got to... Well, maybe. It looks like it's going to work. Yeah. $436 is very nice to have. Okay, we're going to take you to there. That's pretty far away. We'll make a little connector there. So now Wrangell's going to probably need to be upgraded since it's going to serve as a connector to that little area, but that's okay. So you can see how I like to do it. I don't know if this is the best way to do it, but I like to have like one airport that's got all the upgrades, all the bells and whistles, and then I just kind of look at where people want to go and upgrade flights accordingly. And then again, because this is now a connector to certain places, we'll probably upgrade that one at least one level. Just preemptively. Wow, maybe not. Valdez is way over there. See, this is why Alaska is probably really tough, right? Because it's so big, like one state is so big that it takes a lot to like that's expensive to connect to, right? So I'd have to do this, and even then it's $410. And then there's another location over here, Anchorage. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's a lot of money that needs to be spent here in a very short amount of time. Connecting Valdez to Anchorage doesn't make a whole lot of sense. There's only one person that wants to go there. It makes way more sense to Anchorage. Jeez. All right. We got 400. There's just too many. There's too many airports opening at once. Oh no. Juneau, can we please? Can we please? 700? No. How about this one? This one can connect, right? Yeah. 410. That's at least a little bit. Now Juneau's Alaska's very spread out, right? But I think their population is quite low. So, oh, okay, right here, right? So tornado touched down in Wrangell and it just decreased its level. If it would have closed the airport, then these two locations would be inaccessible and I would have to get a way for them to get around, right? So maybe I can guard against that a little bit. No, let's do it if we need it. I have too many airports to connect for now. Let's do this. There we go. And I got another one way down here and another one over there. And I think that's it for now. Yeah, at least there's those two. Alaska's so big. Like, this is the size of Alaska. And then if I was to go over to the UK, which I can't do in this map, but like the UK it's like here. It's like you think you got a big country, and then you just look at one of our states and you realize the country's not that big, dude. Here, my country's big. Yours is not that big. Famous business person is departing from Sitka, and they're going where to Huna. Then they have to come back to Juneau. Then okay, so maybe I connect this to help them do that. And then from here, from Skagway, they're gonna have to make a connection from Juneau to Heidelberg. Yeah, so maybe I can. $417. I need to connect this airport though. Yeah, so you're gonna connect here. You're gonna connect here. And then you're gonna connect there when I can afford it. I can't afford it yet, but you're gonna connect there when I can afford it. And then I need this airport to be a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna have to upgrade you when I have the money to do it. There we go. Just to get you a little bit bigger, all right? And then you're still serving as a connector, so I need you to be a little bit bigger. Juneau's fine. And you could tat. I guess we'll upgrade you. I probably don't need to do that. That's probably a waste of money, but we'll see. Maybe there'll be other locations that I will connect with you. You know, maybe I'll do this. And that will be like in case one of these airports closes down, right? Homer and Seward. Great. Anchorage, you can connect to these two. I think you can connect here as well. We'll have Anchorage be a connector as well. Okay. Yeah, Juneau probably needs to be a little bit bigger. It's Kodiak. Where's I'm not familiar with the geography of all the cities in Alaska. So Kodiak, where are you? Down here. Oh my gosh. I mean, I think I need that route, right? Just so they don't have to connect. It takes forever, right? If I could get that route, it's so expensive though, but maybe it's worth it. Like that route, I don't think it's gonna get enough traffic to be worth it though. That's the thing. Like it just needs to be. The gardening festival is being held in Ketchikan. The number of passengers there is by 2x. So get Anchorage to there. You are fine. And then we're going to have more people going through this area here. So you're going to get busier. I'm going to add a plane to this route. We're going to add a plane to this route. And I think for Juneau, let me see, where are you at? Yeah, we're going to add a plane to this route. Let's add a bigger plane. It's a longer distance route, so we'll add a bigger plane. You can see bigger planes also travel faster. So that's cool. And, oh, okay. I've never had this happen before, but this one is way full. Look at this, 155 out of 100. Wow. Okay, well, you need more planes. We're gonna do this. There we go. Nice. I don't want the airport to be bigger. I just need more planes leaving it so people can connect. That's the challenge, you know? And that's why I think having, oh my gosh, another one, Valdez. Fine, I'll upgrade you and then we'll get, what's your routes that are busy? Right here? Get another plane here too. Because you're connecting too, so I kind of need to make you bigger. I would love to get Juneau to Anchorage direct, would be awesome. So if I was saving up my money, that's probably where I would go with this. Fine. You know what? 100 is pretty small for that airport. That's only one upgrade for that airport. I think it's probably all right. Denali? Denali Park. Anchorage, you're going here. Just one for now. And then maybe we'll take from Anchorage to Fairbanks. We don't have to go through Valdez. We can give you a connector that way too. So to just take some pressure off this airport potentially. But yeah, I would save my money to about here. And then Juneau would go to Anchorage direct. Yeah. And then from there, I would say buy an extra plane. So now we can definitely take some pressure off of these airports because now we have a direct flight to here. It's just going to mean more level ups for Anchorage so it can support that kind of traffic. But it looks like we're pretty good there. And now there's more airports opening up. This is why Anchorage is pretty important, because there's a lot of locations over here yet to go. So I need Anchorage to have that, you know, that size and scale that it can help support all this. Actually, there's more flights going through here than I thought. So we'll add a couple extra planes like that. Yeah, not to Homer, but to Kenai here. Yeah, there we go. Bethel. So far away. Oh my God. Now the good news is I have a lot of money now. So now I have the money to really start thinking about, like, a level 3 plane here is pretty good because it's a long distance. The distance is big. We'll get a small plane there too. But this is where it gets crazy because it's really spread out. So you have 8 minutes to go from here to there. So you're going to be taking a direct flight to Anchorage from here, right? You have a direct flight. This takes you to Valdez. Okay, so you will go to Valdez and then from Valdez to Anchorage. That's a lot of connectors. It's a lot of connectors. How about can I get you a small flight to Seward? Is that out of the question, just to kind of give you less connections that way? And then maybe we'll go like this. Yeah, redundancy in the route in case something happens with the airports. I think I like that. Just to give you some extra routes that way. Borrow. Where's Borrow? Borrow. Where is that? I don't know where that is. Is it? I should have clicked the note. If you click the notification, it takes you directly to it. But the notification doesn't stay on the screen very long. So if I find it, then I'll connect to it. But I still haven't seen it. And all of you people who are from Alaska or know Alaska well, probably cringing at my lack of knowledge. But honestly, it's so far away from me, I just never bothered to know. The Alaska government gave you a grant for upgrading the airport in Anchorage. The airport level increased. Oh, they just upped it for me. That's cool. All right, over here, Nome. Interesting. Okay, we'll connect it here. And we'll connect it here. So there'll be 2 different flights to that. That's nice. I still don't see that other new one. Yeah, I still don't see that other airport. It's probably right in front of my face. It's just not. Oh, it's way up here. Oh my God, it's way up there. Okay, Anchorage. You're my friend right here. You just got a free upgrade, so I'll say that there's a little level 1 plane that goes there too. Oh my gosh. There we go. 27 minutes left in this. Is this video too long for you guys? We might go long here. I actually might take you to the end of this challenge. We'll see. The thing is, I don't know if I'm going to earn $93,000 more in 27 minutes. That's a lot of money left to earn. I'm not sure we're going to be able to do it. So I may fail this challenge even still, but we'll see. You know what? Let's see. We'll go from Anchorage to here to there, and there to there. If you were here and wanted to go here, you would have to go all the way to Anchorage to back around. So like I think it might be best to limit the number of connections. It actually might be best to say, you know what? Why don't we try this? We'll just connect here, and then here. That limits the number of connections without connecting to everything. So now at most you have 1 connecting flight, right? Like if you're here, you can go like this. At most you have 1 connection. I think that's fine. Just trying to save a little bit of cash there. It's so spread out. Spread out with low volume too. Yeah, this one right here. We'll add another plane there. That one's probably fine. Has another location. Okay, you're gonna be a hub. Looks like you're going to be a connecting hub as well. So let's go ahead and get you upgraded a couple of times. And we're going to want an extra plane there to help facilitate that travel. We got an extra plane on this one too. And then I think maybe Denali Park. Everything's going through Anchorage pretty well, actually. That free upgrade was huge because now we can hold 1,000 people in here. Fort Yukon. Okay, so I think I still want to keep this as the central hub for traffic purposes. So I'm going to go like that. And we'll have, I think, 2 level 1 planes on that. I still want to keep Yukon to be the hub there, and then Juneau to Anchorage is like the big flight now. So like all these guys that want to go to all these other locations, they have to take Juneau they're gonna take Juneau to Anchorage. So we're gonna up the number of planes on this flight here too. 4 planes on that route should really make sure that there's no pressure on those airports. All right, I'm gonna play this a little bit. The video is getting long. Oh, here we go. VIP successfully reached all their destinations. I get $400. Cool. Video is getting a little long, so I'm gonna play this just a little bit longer, and I'll cut you guys ahead because it's kind of the same thing over and over again. But that's the game, the logistics game. It's kind of fun if you play it yourself. Link in the description. There's a demo. Okay, so I've had it going on for a little bit here, and there's a pop-up right here. Wild mammal moose. Apparently, you can collect these stamps, and that's interesting. So when I was playing in the United States before, there was some other stamps that I was collecting too, but that looks like it's separate from this challenge. So we can collect all the stamps as well, or postmarks, right? So that's something else we could do, I suppose. Got about 11 minutes left. Thank you to thank us for connecting Kutzboo, I don't know how you say it, to our transport network. Alaska gave us $209. Cool. Now we have Point Hope way out here. Okay. Just go ahead and connect that one right there. Yeah, we'll get 2 planes there because this is gonna have to be there. I mean, you know, I think I'm getting multiple like little hubs. So maybe I'll take this one down here. I got $51,000 right now, right? So take this one and then maybe bring it up there and have another connector here. And then we're turning this, Bethel is kind of being turned into a little bit of a hub here too. And in fact, now I think maybe what we'll do with Anchorage is I could have Anchorage go direct. Maybe not yet. I think it's fine. Juneau direct to Bethel would be interesting. It's very, very big, but it bypasses Anchorage entirely, which is kind of defeats the purpose of being like economical here, because we don't really have anything like overflowing. But since I have so much money, I can afford to have this direct route over here, and then I can also have like a couple of extra planes that do that. So now we can bypass Anchorage, and that's going to take the load off of a lot of these connecting flights. So in other words, it's like a one-time big investment to not have to upgrade like 6 or 7 different planes, right? Kodiak can be a nice little connector with this one. We'll put 2 planes on that, and we'll upgrade Kodiak a couple of times. Cool. VIP client has successfully reached all their cities, and you get $400. Yeah. So it looks like I might get there. There's 9 minutes left to make $44,000, and everything just kind of scales up. So the bigger you get, right, the easier it is to start making some money. So we'll get a connector here and then over down in here as well, and maybe we'll get 2 planes for each of these. Doing all small planes is working really well for Alaska. Lots of flights, but little planes, because they're not really super populated places, but you don't want people waiting around too long. So you get a whole bunch of little flights instead. Fort Yukon's also a connector, so we'll get that upgraded just a little bit. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So 8 more minutes left in my challenge here. I think I'm going to get it, but let me just keep playing. I'll be right back. Had this message pop up. It says, a popular urban blogger posted a video review about the Cold Bay Airport. He really likes its architecture. Now people are coming here to see the airport in person. The number of passengers in Cold Bay increases by 50%. Okay, so we need to upgrade Cold Bay because that's going to happen. And then also, since I have so much money, let's get a direct flight from Juneau to Cold Bay. And we'll upgrade that with 2 level 3 planes. And now we just have a direct flight there. That's pretty nice. We also have another airport here. I guess since Cold Bay is going to be a hot place, we'll go ahead and get some extra planes going through there and just have that serve as a connector as well. Maybe Cold Bay should connect to some of these other places like right here. Yeah, get this connector happening too. And then these are, big airport to big airport, give big planes, right? Basically. This plane, I think these planes are all very small, but it's okay. Man, there's still more places to get an airport. I didn't realize Alaska had so many airports. Guess I'm just not with it, man. I'm not aware. There we go. All right. This is gonna be close. I'm not sure we're gonna make it because this is, it's $10,000 left in 2.5 minutes. It's coming down to the wire here. Money to earn. I think we got it, right? We got it. Yeah, we got it. Okay, never mind. It's not as close as I thought it was. We're going to get it. A VIP client, a famous musical band, is departing from Kivalina. All right, where do they want to go? A lot of places. Well, they're going to end up going... I mean, I can just... Because I can, right? I can just give them this connecting route. There's the level 1 planes going there now. Congrats. But it won't matter because we're going to get our goal here. Here it is. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. make me fail right before this. Prudhoe Bay. Where is that? Right here. So there's more people wanting to go here. We'll add an extra plane. Let's add 2 planes. Why not? Make that plane just a little bit bigger. Sure. All right. With just over a minute left to go, scenario completed. No idea if my... Yeah, completed without saving. Ooh, look at that. Completed without saving gives you a 50% bonus to your score. Hey, I'm in 2nd place. Okay. Well, I'm sure you guys can beat my score. So there's that. Anyway, this has been Fly Corp. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. You can see more information about the game, link in the description. Thanks for watching. We'll see you. Bye-bye.